Okay, welcome back to part 2. This is a Pilot brand, Pilot tuner, frequency modulation, FM. And I saw this and I thought, wow, a vintage FM converter, I can play FM on my antique radios. But no, I read the instructions on the back, and from what I understand, you connect it to a phono input. Center wire connector to terminal 7, outside wire to terminal 6, connect high side, whatever that means. That must be the phonograph terminal of radio receiver and other endoshields. So you have to have a phono input. So I could probably plug that into the Silvertone amplifier. Now I haven't powered this up yet. It's in really good shape. Somebody's probably tried hooking it to an AM radio and couldn't get it to work. So, for some reason it reminds me of a speedometer in a car, in a vintage car. And it's doing about 90 miles an hour. Okay, this is a Philco radio that was also in the toter. And this is really a strange radio because I said heck with it basically and plugged it in, turned it on very quickly, screwed around with it, and found that once you push this button in, the radio works. And it doesn't hum. And the darn radio actually works. It has very good reception too for being in the basement. So I'm going to turn on the radio. The other weird thing, the fact that this radio works is it's missing a tube. It's actually missing a tube, and the radio still works. It's got this really cool antenna. While the connection's together, this one pushed in. See if we can do it again. It's the dial cord. It's failing now. There we go.
Is here to talk about the ongoing battle over the budget and defending traditional marriage. The World Over Live. Before he got sick with cancer, and then he came back.
Found in the garbage. And it works.
Returning from a team that won. The reality country's not to Detroit. The reason
Detroit is hollowed out is because the unions destroyed Detroit. I understand that. You think I like paying as much taxes as I pay to support the deadbeat bums in this country and pay for health care for criminals across America? I don't like it at all. You think I like paying for the corruption in the U.S. government? You think I like paying for Obama's flying around on Air Force One to go raise money on his behalf instead of on behalf of America? I don't like it at all. But I pay every cent. I pay retail on my taxes. So nobody likes to pay any more than they have to. The question is, what are we going to do about it? So we have some Republican, fiscally conservative governors who are saying,
found in the garbage, and the radio works. We're in the basement. I think these are supposed to be presets because there's trimmers in the back.
$1, $5, or $20 or whatever.
side of this stretched out tuner string is the only thing wrong with this, really. Okay, let's go inside. I've proven my point. This one wire has become disconnected from here. Here's the tubes. It's got a repair tag still in there. This radio was professionally repaired in 7/14 of 1981 by Greendale TV Service, Lakeside Avenue, Richmond, Virginia. So this radio come from Virginia. I'm going to unplug it for safety reasons. Here's our tube layout. It's showing a total of 6 tubes with some weird numbers. 1232, 7J7, 7B7, 7C6, 7B5, and a 7Y4. But you know what? There's no 7Y4. It's missing. And the radio still works. So I'm wondering if something's been rewired to make this operate as a 5-tube radio. There's your trimmers for your presets. The odd thing is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. There's 10 of them there. I love this antenna. The way it's made. It's really cool looking. It's got antenna wrapped around it in both directions. One going that way and another one going that way. And like B. Anderson's radio, it's got the adjustment to align the antenna to match the radio. A matching thing. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm assuming number 6 is to switch it over to the dial. This has broadcast, police, and shortwave. Police, amateur, police, night aircraft. That must be the center band, and shortwave's at the top. But really, radio actually works. Doesn't even hum either. It'll be interesting to pull this chassis and see what was done to it to eliminate this this 7Y4 tube. It looks like the socket's quite dusty. There's a thing in the middle, like it's been blocked off, because these are Loctals, and it'll be very hard to find tubes for this. And see how that one's clean? That doesn't even have the same type of socket either. That is weird. They call it the thing there calls for a tube in that position, but it's not even there. I thought that said 1964, but it says 1564. Does anybody have any idea what the date is on this unit? Unfortunately, the model number tag is pretty well destroyed here. It is a Philco. Okay, model 40-145, code 121. Very nice looking radio for a trash pick. And somebody that I really wish I could give them a piece of my mind. As for this, I haven't gotten into it yet. But it does appear that it hooks up to a phono input, and unfortunately it isn't like a where it would play in a. This looks to be a retrofit right here. Connection from radio receiver phonograph to pilot tuner. If there is no phonograph terminal, connection on radio receiver, see instruction booklet for proper attachment of the pilot tuner to the radio. So there must be a way that you break into like the audio stage of the radio and hook it up that way. So what I'll probably do is try plugging it into the Silvertone amplifier. That's a really nice looking little thing. I've also brought in my Bendix. I call it the toaster. Because from the side, it looks like a toaster. Down here I have a couple vintage Sunbeam toasters waiting to someday get to them. And I'm assuming I can just do the electrolytics in this and get it going. It's really in nice shape. No cracks or anything. No, I didn't pay the 25 bucks for it. I made a deal with the people after the sale was over on a lot of stuff that wasn't bought. The GE's been playing great. Good sounding little radio for 5 bucks. And that's pretty much it. 1930s Philco table radio, mini tombstone. Found in the garbage. Working.